What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Big C. Trying out a new format on this live thing. Peace and blessings to you. Good morning. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, comment, share. This morning, man, I want to talk about this racism, man. We got to look back. We got a long history of this evil shit going on in our world, man. And if you look at the perpetrators over the 200 years that we've been in America, they've killed people all over the world. You look at Belgium, you look at Portugal, you look at Europe, you look at Africa. You haven't seen Africans go outside of Africa and harm people the way these folks have harmed people all around the world. So what's the problem? What are they so mad at black people about? You know? What is it that gets them, that gets under their skin so much about black folks? I mean, we could be walking your dog. You'd be jogging through the park. You could be minding your own business. And someone out of the white race wants to call you to account for something, but they're never held accountable for anything that they've done. You look at this president, he's not being held accountable for none of the crimes he's committed. We do have laws in this country, and this guy has impeded all laws. They don't hold them accountable. Look at his friends, Roger Stone and the general and all those guys he's letting out of jail. These guys were convicted of crimes. I got friends that was convicted of lesser crimes that did more time because of the color of their skin, basically. You know, and it's also a caste system. When you ain't got no money, they treat you funny. You know, so it's hard to we can't keep trying to understand why this motherfucker is inherently evil. You know, um, we all are human beings. We all inhabit this earth. You know, and black folks in America have been impeded from just slavery to the prison industry that came along after slavery. Where you gonna put all them slaves in jail until um, black laws, Jim Crow, the civil rights era, the war on drugs. Now it's just blatant killing. Police murder. So for all our years in this country, we have been up against it. Stop trying to understand why this devil is a devil. He's just an evil motherfucker. Now, not all white people are like that. When you have some culture and you've been exposed to other experiences, a lot of white folks, they didn't went on trips to Africa. They didn't investigate it. They just researched, and they have a heart. Some of them, but the ones that don't, we ain't gonna. You got to put pressure on their ass. Keep doing good. Keep achieving, because out of all that stagnation, you've still risen above. Rose to the top like the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? So even though we was brought into this country the lowest man on the totem pole, in the last election, we elected a black president. And although he couldn't do everything that we wanted him to do, that's because we don't have the contingent and the structure to promote our shit. We get a lot of help in these movements come from white people. We have a big population. We could help each other more. But we don't do that because of the stagnation and the retardation. Retarded means to slow down to stop. We've been slowed down to stop and separated. A lot of that stuff from the old from them centuries ago is still in our DNA. The lack of trust, anger, um, um, fear, and then a lot of stuff. Um, a lot of people are scared to step out of their comfort zone. You know, one of the things that me and my brothers in the community, we stayed in the community when we was youngers because we didn't want to come out the community. We wanted to stay around each other because we didn't want to experience the races and the racism because we knew what we would do. You know, it ain't no, we'd go to the floor, and when I say that, I mean Super Bowl Sunday on the 50-yard line, a racist motherfucker just coming with all that shit, we're gonna do you terrible. And it might be fatal. So that's how we felt. And we stayed in the hood and they flooded our hoods with all that crack in the 80s and the 90s. They flooded the hood. So that was the hood economy. We didn't know no better as young men. So we picked that up and we started taking care of grandma and taking care of auntie them and taking care of the kids that were affected by their parents being on drugs. So in a sense, we felt like we were helping, but we didn't know that this was a chemical weapon that was put in our community to for another means, and that means was incarceration. From the 80s until now, prisons grew over like 150%. So prison economy boosted a lot of, and jail economies boosted a lot of cities economies, just like Santa Rita is in Dublin, in California. Everybody in Alameda County, which is in Oakland, go to Santa Rita. Santa Rita was just a fucking outpost jail on the side of the freeway in '88. And they built this big super high tech Santa Rita, and you watch the city of Dublin grow from a one horse town to a baby Silicon Valley. So now they got all kind of stuff, and that came from the prison. The taxpayers paying for these prisons. All this scared spookism that they put on the media about black men, super predators. Hillary Clinton said we were super predators. Joe Biden, he voted for the crime bill. Bill Clinton, he made the crime bill. This crime bill targeted us. This crime bill targeted people that my friends, me. Because we was trying to eat. We were hustling to take care of ourselves because, like I said, racism kept us in a mind state that America don't belong to us. We didn't take no ownership in being Americans, because what we seen was disrespect. And though I was born in '68 and raised in the '70s, we had the memory of Emmett Till. If they kill a child like that, I don't stand a chance. So we want to stay around each other, and a lot of us we stayed in them hoods, and that the '80s happened, and a lot of people went to jail, a lot of people died. That culture preceded this culture that we have today of the shooting. You know, a lot of these people look back at that stuff and glamorize how we destroyed each other and destroyed ourselves and were victims of a espionage of a plan that was put in force to keep us further and from progressing. A lot of like right now we have this movement. Shout out to the NFAC, in the Huey Newton Gun Club and all the militias and the brothers standing up for the people. I would like to join that, but I have felonies from the '80s, so I can't carry no gun. So I got to tuck it in my waistband. And as a man, you want to protect yourself. So if you can't protect your home, you don't have the means to protect your home. Then you in jeopardy of getting ran over. So when they took our rights away, when we made those mistakes and stepped in a trap and gave our rights away, basically, you know, um, it's prohibited us from doing a lot of things. We still got to get records expunged and just to take care of our families. But we hustlers, my generation, so we made it happen. A lot of my friends are tradesmen. They have their own businesses. They're college graduates, real estate agents, and business, all kind of stuff, man. They're doing all kind of stuff from transportation to I'm talking about got big homes, just more money than when they were selling dope because the dope was game stopped us from getting in the real game. And people look at gangsters, talk about gangsters. That street shit ain't no gangster shit, man. You know, that's struggle. That's like you running. A gangster takes over. Like you look at the old gangster movies and the Godfather. That shit is true. They started off in the streets, but eventually they went into the boardroom, into the Congress, and eventually, we probably had some gangster presidents. I know Donald Trump is a gangster, but he's not a gangster of the cloth of the real gangsters. He's a thug, a white thug. And that's the culture that a lot of our kids and we follow thugism, because in Africa, you don't see a lot of that shit going on. A lot of the stuff that the communities of Africa, spiritual, they're just chilling out. And that's why they got took over. Anywhere where the people were docile people and humble people and spiritual people, these animals came and and tried to convert them to this slavery ass religion, Christianity, and enslaved them and killed them, you know? So you don't see a lot of the problems that we have in our communities in Africa, because our natural culture is different. You following Billy the Kid, you following Legs Diamond, you following the crime that happened in the 30s and the year of crime in the 20s and the 30s, the gangster shit that you seen on TV and Al Capone and all that shit. You trying to emulate that, and then we was trying to emulate that, and now you trying to emulate us when we was wrong, you know. So we got to get that shit together, man. And that's the reason why we don't need to be worried about what the racist thinks of us, because they're never gonna come around and understand that God created everything in this world. And if you don't respect God's creation, then you're going against God. You know, we wasn't just even if they like to say we came from monkeys, which they look more like monkeys than we do. You know what I'm saying? They just don't are jealous on our physiques and our appearance. These stupid motherfuckers are stupid. I know some people who are small. You might consider them weak, um, probably old or young. But I respect each and every human being because I respect myself. These people don't deserve to be understood. They deserve to be eliminated from the world because that's what they're trying to do to everyone else, you know? And they have retarded, they like, just like we seeing these Karens and just like we're seeing these barbecue Beckys and all that shit. That's the pulse and the energy of these people. They want to point the finger at someone else and try to identify what they're doing. But when you point a finger at somebody, you got a thumb and three fingers pointed back at you. You know, So the thumb, what this take out, just look at the thumb of what these motherfuckers did. And you got the nerve to look at me and analyze me and antagonize me, you know, you know, what is your motive? You know, what makes you come outside and look, it's a lot of them feel like they're frustrated and self-righteous and all that stuff, you know, but really they just fucking miserable, you know. So you guys, man, get up from this day forward. If you're watching this video, if you ever see this video, start getting yourself together, start getting your health together, make amends with your brother. First of all, pray for discernment and direction, and submit to the Lord Most High, Allah, God, whatever that energy is to you. That's the first thing. Submit and ask Him to show you the right direction. Get your bodies together. Start exercising. Start eating right. You know what I'm saying? Because with this COVID shit, it's affecting a lot of people that's already sick. So don't get sick. Take care of yourself. Stop drinking all that alcohol, smoking all that motherfucking weed. You know, um, um, self-development, get your mind right, because a lot of us have been traumatized, and it's the trauma comes from anger. You know you know sometimes we be so angry that we be in this position that we say fuck it, we make bad terrible decisions. We can't say fuck it. That's weak. You got to be in control. It's got to be order, self-development. You know, y'all get some think tanks together and start discussing, waxing political. I mean, waxing philosophical on this, on our world, in our environment. Think, start thinking about this stuff, man, and work on your self development, man. Breathe, meditate, focus, build up uh, build up a little coalition of people that you mess with. You know what I'm saying? We got WhatsApp. You could build up a little crew, in case an emergency happened. You guys got roles that you play in your community, and build that crew up, because we're gonna have to get away from these motherfuckers. They try to assassinate the black man's character. We are 13% of the United States population. Look at the white pop. Focus on them and see how much shit is happening in their community. They doing white on white crime. They doing burglaries. They doing robberies. They doing murders. They doing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see that splattered across. They don't splatter their face across the world, and even when the immigrants come here, they warn them about the black Americans. You know what I'm saying? They don't do people don't they're not put out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But they're the most sickest in this motherfucking country. That's what's stopping this country from being the country that it can be. That racism shit. That's the sickness, the cancer in America, the leukemia in the blood of America is racism, and it's only weak people who practice that, They say black people are racist. No, we're not. We defending ourselves against your sick shit, you know? And don't take on their sickness. Just because that motherfucker's sick, you don't have to be sick with him. We human beings, man. Black lives do matter. I don't agree with the people who started that stuff and what they do, but black lives do matter. And all lives matter too. But black lives matter. And if they don't respect your life, y'all better get y'all shit together and make them. The motherfucker gonna have to respect me, or it's gonna be over for all of us. Because I'm gonna bring it to you. disrespecting me. I got children that I raised. I'm a grown ass man. I go to work every day. You know, I didn't fought your racism all my life and won. We still winning. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice house, nice cars, um, business, nice job. You know, we take care of ourselves. We take care of our children. We take care of the children of the community. We feed the poor. We take care of the helpless, the homeless. You know what I'm saying? What is these racist motherfuckers talking about? What can they say about a strong black man? Nothing. They can only talk about the shit that they put into place. The shit like how you prohibited these generations of black people for years, and out of the struggle, a lot of them got sick and ended up in a on a treadmill and spinning their wheels. You know, you could have helped them, but you put into place shit that would harm them. But they still coming. They still getting their stuff together. So, you know, man, just keep going and don't pay that shit no attention. You get your shit together. You know, get your shit together and build up you a little build up these small little social networks in real life where we, you know, emergency response team. And as we build up the small ones, we could connect with others, and then we have. That's how we start our organization. That's how we start a movement. That's how we start a culture of handling our business. You know, and come together. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to actively know how to go around your people and interact with your people. You know, you have to want to do it. You know, and we got to one thing that'll make it easier is we get like-minded people, you know, and then each one teach one, educate our brothers and sisters, man. This ain't no punk shit. This real grown man, mob mentality. Me trying to see my folks come together because we're not gonna lose. You know, ain't nobody gonna run us out of some shit that we didn't build. You know, we dominating already, and we only 13%. You know? So just think if we was 50%, 100%, we showed these motherfuckers how to bathe and live, you know? We introduced them, you know, through us, God has softened a lot of their hearts, so a lot of them are pretty decent folks. But then you still got them devils, you know, and all that is fear, you know. They fear, hey man, I can't compete with that beautiful shit. You know, you're a beautiful black people. Y'all, I stand and just look at you. And I'm proud to be a black man. You know, we've did so much. I'm proud of Martin and Malcolm and Nat and Gabrielle and Denmark and and Mansa Musa and you, all my people, the black people of the United States, man, we are the forefront of the world. You know, we created the culture of the world. You know, some took it to put some pepper and some seasoning salt into this baked ass chicken of the United States, and we seasoned this motherfucker up. And now the world looks at hip hop, looks at black culture, and they try to emulate that, you know, and they hate that, you know, because they fear that if we get the ball, we're gonna do them like they did us. But they don't know that we spiritual people. We just want what's ours, and we want you to stop fucking with us because if you keep it up, yeah, it is going to be some problems. And don't think that you gave us anything. Everything that we have in this country, which is, you know, still not our due, but everything we had, we made it happen. It happened. We took that shit. Yeah. You're not gonna keep doing this a certain way. That's why back in the slavery, they was killing. And they should have been killing. Them is my heroes. Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, Toussaint L'Ouverture. They are black heroes because they was fighting, and that's who I'm trying to be like, you know. So yeah, this is a beautiful morning, man. Y'all don't pay that shit no attention. Hey, what's up, Royal Alfred? Peace and blessings to you, bro. I see you up there. Thanks for chiming in. You guys share this video, like and subscribe. Give me some feedback. Let me know if I'm on point or if I'm slipping. You know. But God bless and the fight, man. Get ready. You know, get yourself together. God bless you. Peace and blessings.